Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, and we are here on the YouTube channel, Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Welcome. It is snowing in so many parts of the country, so we're honoring this with the snowy background that Rob has so kindly found for us. And for those of you who know that I live in Maine now, we're totally safe and sound from all of the coastal flooding. I'm just enough inland to be safe, but boy, there's quite a cleanup that's going to need to happen over here. And I know many of you are having blizzard conditions and such. So let's just cozy in and have a nice evening. So tonight is all about you connecting with your soul, reconnecting with that part of yourself that maybe has been yearning to come out or yearning for healing. And that's what we're here for tonight. We're here to just connect our soul to the divine energy and to this loving and sacred community. So after we do our meditation, which will help us center and really get into our tight connection, I will be pulling cards for guidance from my spiritual team, what comes through. And the cards that I'm going to use this evening are the Rumi Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. This is, Rumi's poetry really is inspiring. He has the wisdom of the ancients who speak through him. So it's allowing us to reconnect with the wisdom that the ancients want to bring forth. Again, as a gentle reminder of how to align with our life purpose, how to align with who we're truly meant to be. So if you would like a card drawn for you at any point, just type in yes, please, because we respect that, you may just be here for a meditation or you may be here to observe. And so we never give you a reading without you asking for one. So if you would like a card, please just type in yes, please, and we will pull them in the order that they're asked for. And my wonderful co-pilot, Rob, will be handling that, so he'll keep track of that so I can stay in the flow and let everything go. So I hope you guys are having a great time right now. And we entered into some new energy recently, as we stepped out of some of these retrogrades, and this new moon and this new year has really offered us some wonderful new beginnings. And so if that is something that you're really focusing on, like creating some new stuff for you, new beginnings, you're also welcome to join me in person. I have an in-person retreat coming up in February. We're going to do some juicy spiritual growth and transformation. So maybe that's calling to you too. And if so, just send me a message through Messenger or send me an email at Trinity Sacred Temple at gmail.com. All right, guys, let's get ready for our beautiful meditation. Thanks for being here with me. And so first we want to set our sacred space. So get yourself nice and cozy and comfy. I have saged, I have my crystals activated, and the candles are going. So it's really inviting in our support teams. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths. And with each breath, feel that connection to your physical body. Feel its connection to the room that you're in. Feel your connection to whatever's holding you, whether it's a chair, it's the floor, it's a bed, it's your partner, whatever. Just really feeling how connected we are in this moment. Feeling gravity pushing down on us on our body, on our muscles. And really being present with ourselves. And with this deep breath, I want you to breathe in spirit and blow out any frustration that you've been experiencing. And breathe in spirit and breathe out any stress or anxiety you've been experiencing. And breathe in spirit and just release all the thinking from the day. And we're going to take a moment to invite in our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, all divine, of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibration available to us in this moment. And we invite our teams to come in so that we can experience clear guidance and clear wisdom, and so that the inner knowing can be activated and we can feel and sense and experience that oneness energy with the divine. And we're going to ask that our room, our space, our body, our community be surrounded in a sacred bubble of divine light, filled with unconditional love and strengthened with protection so that we feel safe, centered, and calm, bringing in tranquility and serenity so that we can match our realignment with our true and authentic self. And I'm going to invite you to begin at your heart chakra, centering on the bridge that connects us to all that is, connects our ego self or our talking self with our highest, fullest, and deepest version of self, where we bridge our intellect and our intuition, and asking the heart to ground us not only in the earth energy, but also in the divine. And asking the heart to move into our third chakra, the solar plexus, quieting the fires of stress, anger, anxiety, judgment, resentment, overwhelm, anything that has felt emotionally off balance for us. And redirecting our fire into our passions, our desires, and into the ways we express our true self. And we are grounded. And moving into our second chakra, the sacral chakra, and bringing the energy of flow into balance, calming any turbulent waters that we may be experiencing, bringing in and restoring our juicy creative energy, and allowing our water element to be grounded. And we are grounded. And connecting to our root chakra at the base of our spine, and extending that energy deep within the earth plane down to our earth star. You can envision Metatron's cube beneath our feet, anchoring and holding our energy deep within the layers of the earth. And then connecting that energy to the heartbeat of Grandmother Earth, filled with the unconditional love and support that our Earth Mother has for us. And we are grounded. And now bringing up through our being that unconditional love, that beautiful support from Grandmother Earth, filling our root chakra with stability, balance in our home, our work, filling our creative flow with ease and grace, filling our solar plexus with the golden energy of the sun, filling our self-esteem, our self-worth, and our self-confidence, and filling up all the chambers of our heart and our heart chakra with unconditional love and support, grounding and protecting our inner child in a sacred bubble of its own, filled with love and light. And moving into our throat chakra and asking the heart to ground our self-expression, ground our communication, so we are aligned with our divine truth, and we are grounded. And filling and connecting our third eye in the center of our forehead, balancing our thoughts, our perceptions, and all 7 of our senses, so that we may see more clearly our own personal truth, the aha moments of inner wisdom and connection. And we are grounded and sending energy up through our crown, the portal of connection with all of the beautiful petals of the lotus, each petal connecting to a divine energy flow at its fullest, highest, and brightest. allowing us to communicate more fully, more easily with all of our spiritual support. And we are grounded. And inviting the energy to connect up to our soul star above the head, very similar to the Metatron's cube below our feet. Imagining a Merkaba of many, many points above our head that allows our cosmic energy to be grounded within the divine flow. Feeling that energy reaching up and out like the beautiful branches of a tree in full bloom. And we are grounded. And inviting the energy of the divine above to shower us and fill our entire energy field, cleansing and clearing away the energetic debris of what is longing for release, washing away what no longer serves us in our life, in our experiences, filling any cracks or crevices that were created by doubt, worry, or overthinking. Feeling our chakras expand and align, not only in our central pillar, but each of the pillars that we have access to. And allowing our field to light up to its fullest, brightest, so we can feel the peace and serenity of when we are in balance. And just take a moment to ask any question of your spiritual team, or invite your spiritual team to grant you wisdom or knowledge, maybe bring you a gift to help with your connection with them. And just allow yourself a moment of that connection. And even if you don't know what that is in this moment, welcome in the possibility of it unfolding in the dream time or in the next day or two. And gratitude for our team being present and asking them to stay as we gather in community for these readings, for the wisdom that is meant to be shared this evening. And bringing our awareness back into our heart center and inviting you to take a couple more deep breaths. And with each breath, you become more and more centered in the room that you're in. Your spiritual team will stay with you as you get more and more connected to the surface you are sitting or lying on that you are connected with. Feel it touching the various parts of your body. You may want to start to rub your hands together, stretch or yawn, wiggle your fingers or toes, whatever helps you to reconnect with your physical body. You might want to just rub the top of your legs or your knees or the bottoms of your feet, whatever feels right to you, to come back into this beautiful body that's been carrying you so that you can be present for some wonderful guidance. All right, welcome back. I hope that was nice for people. It's always so juicy to connect to our spiritual team and to connect to that part of ourselves that is just able to breathe more deeply and feel the inspiration, sense the inspiration, and even just allow the inspiration to come in. So I will be doing card readings for anybody who wants one. I don't have a particular number. I just go until I'm supposed to be done. So don't be shy if you're looking for one. So the card deck I'm going to use today is the Rumi Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I really love Alana's artwork and her perceptions and her connection that she gets that comes through. And then also, it is, we're connecting to Rumi, who just really brought in some beautiful life poetry to share the wisdom of the ancients, and to share in a way that transcends time. You know, it's still very potent and very powerful today. So, if you would like a card drawn for you, um, all you have to do is type in "yes, please" into the chat, and we will pull cards in the order that we get them. Because, hey, feels good. Oh, hi, Deanna. Good evening, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the wonderful comment. I'm assuming you want a card. So I'm going to pull one for you. Sure that is there. All right. Woo! Love this painting. Love this card. So this is the Sacred Phoenix Heart. And I think you can see all of the beautiful swirling of the red and the orange and the yellow. And you can see her maybe dancing in the middle of it. The feminine phoenix dancing through the fire. So the phoenix is all about transformation and expansion, right? And the phoenix starts out as the beautiful peacock. I mean, how can we not love the peacock, right? But even the beautiful peacock needs to become in that place of self-awareness. And the phoenix really transmutes and transforms and rebirths out of the ashes, right? So when I see this card, it's remembering that our sacred heart, our high heart, is able to do all of that phoenix transformation. It's able to be in a place of expansion. It's able to take things that we go through and make magic out of it. It doesn't have to weigh us down. It can shift and change our lives. We've all had those moments where we have this event that happens and life literally changes in that moment. It's a defining moment. It's a pivot point in our life. It's a moment to choose which path we're going to go. So you're being invited to tap into that transformative heart and really use it to inspire and create something new out of something that feels done and done and dead. So, maybe it's a new business plan or a new business practice, or maybe it's, a particular friendship, or maybe it's your living situation. Whatever it is, it's tap into that sacred heart and allow it to transform and transmute anything that feels heavy or not in alignment with who you are or who you want to be. And just call on the phoenix. I invite you to embrace those colors too, wear those colors, especially the red. The red is really jumping for me. Um, and especially if you don't wear any of those colors, um, then it might be an invitation to go get a scarf or something, to pull that out and invite you to experience that. So there you go, my dear. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's great to have you. Oh, my beautiful Ellen. I love those heart glasses. I think I said that last time too. Another beautiful card. So this one is the courage of your love. So you can see the two people over here, and you can see the beam of light that goes over to this sphere, and all of, and the energy that's all around them. And really, one of the things that I'm seeing is that, sometimes we just really need to send out our heart beam, to be courageous enough to send out a beacon of love, and I'm seeing the heart lit up, all pink and green, and sending that love energy out. So it's like, for the kids out there, maybe it's like the Care Bear, the Care Bear beam, but it's really about sending out that love beacon and being courageous enough to send out a love beacon. And what I'm seeing is that when you do that, it aligns with your future self. So it's like it catches up to you in this future spot. And yes, there are two people here and there are two people here, but they're not necessarily the same people. Because I'm actually not getting that. I'm getting that the sending the love beam out to your future self is sending it out for new love energy. And that courageous part is the hard part. It's so hard for us to put ourselves in a vulnerable position of allowing our heart to be wide open. And you have the sweetest, most caring heart. So there's somebody out there who will adore that sweetheart and who will tend to it, who will cherish it, in this lovey and juicy way, if you're just brave enough, to do that. Think of Piglet and Winnie the Pooh. Piglet's always brave enough to go on adventures with Winnie the Pooh. Um, and he always ends up having the courage because everybody believes he has it, right? So believe you have the courage and reach out to the friends you have who know you have the courage for support if you need it. But there's some beautiful love energy coming in your near future. I love it. Enjoy. All right, Julie. Oh, we're having a love night. I love it. So this one is, let me back it up just a bit. I surge on the uprising wave of love. This feels very poetic and very perfect for you. It's like I feel this generating energy, like there's generating energy above in the divine energy that circles around the moon and the sun, and then there's all of this swirling, surging energy, to help pull up like a vacuum, pull up the love energy so that it connects with you. So it's the allowing that energy. Right now on on my coast, we're having these huge surge waves. Sorry, surge waves, of really strong water, right? And it's just washing away everything. And imagine that you're getting these surges of love energy that are just swooping through and moving out all the debris and like really making room for way more love energy. And it feels very inspirational. It feels very much like all of a sudden you're going to be inundated with love energy, and you just want to get it out, and it feels very strongly about that poetic connection, and just putting all that love out there, not just for you to experience, but to lovingly share with everyone else. I mean, that's roomy, right? I mean, just feeling it, experiencing it, but sharing it so other people who are in another place can feel that truth and that inspiration, and maybe it can shift how they're experiencing their life. So it's huge surge of love that really wants to be expressed, and it feels very much in the written format. It could also be like painting or something like that, but I really feel the writing. Um, so fantastic. Let's spread some love, my girl. That's awesome. All right, Jackie. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. Um, so this is a very interesting card. So this card is beyond death, life. So it's that really cosmic connection that we have, that we are the cosmos, we are energy, and that we are always energy, whether we're in this physical form or not. And so it feels like tapping into your cosmic field, tapping into the fullness of who you are, and the fullness of all of the experiences, the span of lives that you've experienced, the span of dimensional energy you can experience. And it's like getting less concerned about your physical realm, because the answer's more in the cosmos. And sometimes we get really trapped in our, thinking brain about this is the only way, or this is who I am, and we feel very stuck. And so when we're having a stuck moment or a lack of faith in ourselves, it's time to reconnect with our cosmic being, reconnect with that sovereignty of who we truly are, and that we stretch beyond what the physical part of us is. And so this also can be a card that says, there are people who are reaching out to you from beyond, who are on the other side, who are trying to communicate with you. So look for signs of that as well. And don't be scared of that or nervous of that. Invite in any communication that is for your highest good and harm to none. Because then it's just wonderful wisdom that may come to you. And, sometimes loved ones like to show us they're there by coming in a particular form. You see a cardinal or a hawk, or maybe you see a bunny rabbit. For some people, it's pennies. I usually get feathers from the angels, and pennies when I'm working on abundance energy. I'll find, stray coins. And, different, I have each of my family members comes in a different way. For me, I often smell certain scents that reconnects me with them. Old Spice with my grandpa, or my grandmother had a powder that she used that had a particular scent that I smell that for her. And a friend's mom, I smell meatballs because she is a really strong Italian cook. So her meatballs just, I can smell her right away. So look for those signs from beyond as well, coming to you, but don't be afraid to reach out to it. so that you can really feel a bigger, fuller version of yourself, like more of who you're meant to be. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you, Jackie. I know, Ellen. I love Rumi too. He's one of my favorites. He really is. He's so good at showing us and loving us up. You are very welcome, Deanna. And I appreciate that. All right, Rachel. This one's very interesting. So this one just says one. Um, and how I experience this is very similar to what I was talking about with Jackie, which is that oneness consciousness, like we're all connected. And in that energy of we're all connected, it's very much that when we're feeling isolated, when we're feeling apart, when we talk about people as other, when we've put that separation in, we really can feel that pulling apart in our soul sometimes. You know, it's great to be differentiated. It's great to have a sense of self, but it's also really important for us to find what connects us. And so looking for the things that actually bring people together, bring you together. It's so wonderful to celebrate our differences, you know, but we also need time to celebrate what we share, you know? And so this is about you finding the things that inside you allow you to feel connected to the divine, allow you to feel connected to your spiritual community if you have one. And if you don't, you can have ours. You can be here. This can be it. But also anything that allows you to feel like these are my peeps, you know? Um, and sometimes that's your friend group. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's your work group. You know, some people are lucky to have it at work. And sometimes it's your friend, you know, the people at the gym, whatever. And it can be all of those, right? It doesn't have to be one. It's that, how do I remember and become part of that one? And so I feel more, mm, I don't know, I'm getting the word safe. Um, feel more safe, feel more calm, um, really less lonely, you know? Um, and maybe it's also something you're meant to share with somebody else, because I know you've done teaching in the past. I don't know if you're still doing that, but um, sometimes when you know, we're working with somebody and they're feeling that, like, how do you help them find community so that they feel that that deep need we have for connection, and that comes from the fact that we were and we are part of this huge cosmos. You know, we're not just one drop of water in a giant ocean. We're also the ocean, you know? So, you know, we're our unique drop, but we're also all of it at the same time. So embrace that and see ways you can find that, because I think that'll bring you a lot of joy. That's kind of what I'm feeling bubbling up from it. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. You are welcome, Jackie. I'm very happy that you are here. And Julie, thank you. Thank you. I love seeing all your pictures too. It brings me a lot of joy too. I feel that connection when you share those. Hello. Yes, I will definitely pull a card for you. This is nice. I like this. So this is the card that's called the right choice. And I think you probably can still see the angel right here and the wings that go up here and the divine energy above. There's a lot of it's probably hard to see because my walls are purple, but it's like a reddish, purplish, pinkish color that's in the back. Um, and um, so one of the things that um, I'm getting from this is that we sometimes get caught up in the right choice, like there's a right and a wrong. Um, and so, in our fear of being perfect and doing things perfectly, we sometimes don't choose because we're afraid to make the wrong choice. So, what I'm getting for you is that there is no wrong choice. There's just choice. And if you take the pressure off the choice, you just check in with your heart in that red and pink energy, and the red wants to show up more as a Valentine heart. But also, it's our root chakra, it's our grounding energy. So if you're in a grounded heart and you make your choice, and it feels good in your body, it doesn't make your breathing, contract. If it lets you take a sigh of relief, then you're choosing what your body and yourself wants in this moment. If it really contracts everything, then that's choosing something that maybe there's something that's not quite right. And when we follow our intuition will tell us through our body, and we all have different ways that happens. It can happen in the belly, in the breath. It can happen in a noise or a muscle squeezing. Um, any of my muscles, when they tense up anywhere in my body, is a sign to like put on the brakes and take a moment to pay attention. Um, so, this is not a right or a wrong thing. It's just a matter of what feels right for you in this moment. No decision is absolutely permanent. The infinite possibilities that the divine has for us, there's never one right choice, right? Um, that it just mathematically isn't probable. So I feel like you just need to let that go, um, and allow yourself to just make a choice. And if you don't like it tomorrow, then make another choice. It's okay. And sometimes we have to experience what we don't like for us to learn what we do like. So that's why there isn't ever a wrong choice. So take some of that pressure off. The angels have you. I'm just getting a lot of angelic support system around this too. It's like the angels know what your soul wants. So just ask them to guide you. um, and that can take the pressure off. Use them as your GPS. Use your intuition as your GPS. They're going to get you where you need to go. And maybe you'll avoid some crazy traffic if you do. All right, Mary, thank you for being here. So nice to have you. You are very welcome, Rachel. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Um, so sweet. All right. Of course. All right. So this is a sweet card too. This is Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Hello. Look at all of that energy. Look at all of that energy. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There's like this little person right here. Um, so, what I'm seeing for you on this card is, you know, sometimes our inner child needs to feel that full passion energy that we can only experience as an adult, right? That juicy, deep passion that just really drives us toward something new and something amazing. And that passion is fierce. um, and to somebody else, it might look wild or uncontrolled, but I'm not feeling that all for you. I'm feeling that, you know, lots of times we put the brakes on expressing our wild passions. And wild passion can be about creation of any kind. It can be creating a home that you love. It can be creating art that you love. It can be creating a beautiful meal that you love. And it could also be beautiful passion that you express with your partner. Um, they all have that juicy connective feeling that happens when we're in our passion, when we're in our soul's desire of how to express ourselves. And I'm feeling a little bit of taking off the restraints, and letting yourself be a little fuller, a little wilder. Um, don't listen to the talking dog that might be saying, what will people think? Or that type of thing. Because I don't even know who those people are that we all worry about what they're going to think. Because if they're thinking, they're not feeling, and then they're not in their divine energy anyways. So what does that matter? So let yourself kind of come out of the restrictions and get really juicy about finding some new ways or fuller ways to just express things that really rev you up, right? Um, that you think about it and you get super excited. Just use that. I mean, we need that on a planetary level for everyone to tap into that energy. And the more people who are courageous about doing that, the more that will become normal. Can you imagine if it was normal to be passionate about what you love, to just dive into the juiciness of connection with other people and the creation of like art in all of its forms? It would be so amazing. And so we just need to like come together as a collective and just let that out. So you're being invited to be one of those leaders, and I would love to see that, and love to see how you do that, and share that with us because it feels fantastic. And call on all the divine feminine energy that you feel connected to. And in this red energy, I'm seeing a lot of Pele, and I'm also seeing the red Tara. Um, but I know there are more than that that you could tap into that might feel perfect for you. So I invite you to do it. So enjoy. All right. You're welcome, Mary. Blessings to you too. Thank you. Oh, yes, Ellen. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, all of the readings apply to the collective, right? They're all meant to speak to a piece of ourselves. And that's why when we come together, it's so powerful because so many of the pieces just really give us what we needed to hear. So thanks for sharing that, Ellen. That's great. Oh my goodness, my sweet Neshi. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I miss you terribly. Oh, what a wonderful card. So your card is the lover and the beloved. And even though the focus is on the two of them, you can see that there's people, spirit, and in form that are there as well. So here's another form of our connection, right? I'm sensing that I'm feeling very much the energy, I know you and Paul. I'm feeling a lot of that connection. um and on any occasion, one is the lover and one is the beloved, right? It's like you can switch sides and switch partners. Which one of you is which one? But in that deepening connection, when we really connect with our beloved, when we really allow ourselves to be open and vulnerable and loving in our fullest way, then all of the all of our cosmic ancestors, our spirit teams, they all start to gather closer. And the more we interconnect, the more they interconnect. And the more connection we feel not just with each other, but with the entire spiritual realm and with so much of our community and our ancestors, and all of that wisdom can start pouring through. And so, as you've been taking time to really deepen your connection with Paul and of course Georgie, it really is making space for all of the ancestors to really surround you both with lots of wisdom and lots of connection. Um, and you know this better than anyone. It's not a place that you're connected to, it's a sensation. And it travels with you wherever you travel. Um, so just know that there's some really juicy sacred energy that's getting activated in this latest excursion of your life with Paul, this new chapter that you guys are on. And know that the spirit realm is so supportive, and they're right there, and they're ready to provide any wisdom that you're looking for, and spark some new creativity too. I'm feeling like um almost like reinventing ourselves, um, by letting go of our old selves. So, I'm so happy and thankful that you're here. And thank you. Give hugs and kisses to Paul and Georgie. Uh, Auntie PJ misses him. Thanks for coming, sweetie. All right, Rob. Nice. I hadn't pulled this deck out in a while, and I'm really glad I did. So this is the Celestial Rose of Ma. And we've had a lot of this red energy tonight. So I'm going to invite people to really embrace red, wearing red and calling the red energy in. It's not just root chakra. And the celestial rose is how I experience the divine feminine who have been mm, embodied at some point. So whether it's Mother Mary or Kuan Yin or any of that, that rose energy is that really solid divine feminine. It's the layers and layers of petals, the spiral of energy that goes around it. And in the celestial rose, there is this picture that I'm seeing of that, like a sacred rose being given to help open the crown more fully. So the petals of the crown, while it may be a lotus in some traditions, you could also envision it as a rose that's opening its bloom. And so what I'm seeing for you is that allowing the crown to bloom, allowing the that feminine energy to come swirling in to guide you through your empathy, guide you through your sensitivity, guide you through your emotions. And lots of those can be very difficult for men to be allowed to connect with. We've programmed, straight linear logic thinking, and really that the divine feminine spiral is really encouraging new ways for you to open up to who you are and embracing all aspects. When you're in that deep, juicy empathy and that really sweet sensitivity, the music comes out differently, right? Because it flows through the fingers when you're playing the guitar, and it emanates from your being as you're singing. It's out of your head and into your heart. So maybe even just visualizing a beautiful rose in your heart that is opening and blooming and letting it unfurl, because there's more and more depth there that wants to be expressed. Um and again, look at that color red. I would That must be a big message for people. If you aren't wearing red, maybe start putting some on. Because sometimes red is a powerful color, and sometimes red is a grounding color. And if you have an aversion to red, then you really need to gently bring it in, because all of the colors represent all of our energy systems, all of our chakras, and we need the full rainbow to be able to be that rainbow bridge between the earth and the divine. That's where we're meant to be. And that's a big piece, which is exciting. So I hope that makes sense for you, Rob. Um, it makes sense for me. And so I'm assuming that puts us on our ah thank you, Neshi. I will give hugs to Michael. He's in the other room right now. He's cat wrangling right now. Red as in Red Wings. Yes, it could definitely be red as Red Wings. That for sure. So if you haven't already, I want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Trinity Sacred Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Sorry. And that will give you notifications. And make sure that you like our Facebook page too, because that lists our events and everything that's going on, not only here on our channel, but in the online realm as well. And like our Facebook page, Soul Connections with Polly Jo Labbe, I will be starting some blogging on there so people can get some extra wisdom. And yes, I am doing an in-person retreat coming up in February in the hills of Western Massachusetts. It's called the Realm of the Mystic, and it's all about new beginnings. So we will be working on shattering some negative beliefs and patterns and things in our lives and transforming them, moving them in the Phoenix energy and creating the change that we want to see, not only in ourselves, but in the world around us. So if you are interested, the links will be in the description because Rob is going to take care of that for me. But I would love to hug each and every one of you in person if you want to join me, because it's going to be a juicy, immersed weekend full of love, laughter, healing, transformation, and growth. All right. Mwah. Love to you all. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.